Part 1. The Man in the Rain. The first time Damien Vale told me he knew my secret, I was standing outside a hotel in London with blood on my dress. Not my blood. For 3 months, I had tried to convince myself that night was behind me. The photographs, the headlines, the accusations, the whispers that followed me everywhere I went. I had changed apartments, deleted social media, stopped answering calls from old friends. I thought disappearing would be enough. It wasn't. Rain fell hard against the pavement as I stood beneath the hotel awning, staring at my phone. Then a black car pulled up beside the curb. The rear window lowered. A man looked at me from inside. He wore a dark suit. No umbrella. No expression of concern. He looked completely untouched by the storm. Elena. My heart stopped. I had never seen him before. Who are you? His eyes moved to the blood on my dress, then back to my face. Someone who knows what really happened that night. My fingers tightened around my phone. What do you mean? You were never supposed to be blamed. I stared at him. 3 months ago, I had been accused of stealing nearly £2 million from the investment firm where I worked. The evidence had been devastating. Money had been transferred into an account bearing my name. Messages from my phone appeared to show that I had authorized the transactions. Security footage placed me near the finance department on the night the money disappeared. I had denied everything. No one believed me. The man inside the car opened the door. Get in. I looked behind me. Across the street, a man stood beneath a black umbrella. He was watching me. My stomach tightened. When I turned back, the stranger was still waiting. My name is Damien Vale. I knew the name. Everyone in London's financial world did. Damien Vale was 31, heir to one of Britain's oldest private investment families. He had a reputation for being ruthless, private, untouchable, and apparently very interested in me. Why are you helping me? I'm not. His gaze hardened. I'm offering you protection. From who? Everyone who wants you dead. My breath caught. He glanced toward the man across the street. Get in, Elena. I should have walked away. Instead, I got into the car. And that was the moment my life changed. Part 2. The offer. The doors locked the moment I sat down. I immediately reached for the handle. Damien noticed. You can leave. Then unlock it. He pressed a button. The lock clicked. I didn't move. That seemed to amuse him. You have 10 seconds to decide. Decide what? Whether you're more afraid of me or the people following you. I looked through the window. The man across the street had disappeared. My pulse quickened. Who was he? Someone who shouldn't know where you are. How do you know? Because I've been watching him. I turned toward Damien. How long have you been watching me? 3 weeks. My stomach dropped. That's not reassuring. It wasn't meant to be. He looked back through the window. You're in danger, Elena. I've heard that before. From whom? Police. Reporters. My former employer. And did any of them offer you a way out? No. I am. I folded my arms. What do you want? He looked directly at me. I want you to come with me. Where? My estate in Cornwall. I almost laughed. You've lost your mind. Possibly. Why would I go anywhere with a man I've never met? Because I can clear your name. The laughter disappeared. How? I have evidence. What evidence? Enough to prove you didn't steal the money. I stared at him. Then give it to the police. I can't. Why? Because the people behind this have friends inside the police. Silence filled the car. He leaned back. I can protect you while I find the person who framed you. And what happens if I refuse? You go home. His answer surprised me. No threats. No. No blackmail. No. Then what's the catch? His eyes held mine. One promise. Waited. Never lie to me. He frowned. That's it. For now. And if I do? His expression didn't change. Then our arrangement ends. I studied his face. There was something unsettling about him. Not because he seemed cruel, because he seemed completely certain. How long? Until this is over. And then, you leave. I looked down at the blood on my dress, then at the dark street outside. I had nowhere safe to go. Fine. Damien extended his hand. I hesitated before taking it. His grip was warm, firm. One more thing, he said. What? You're not my prisoner. Good. But if you stay, you follow my security rules. I pulled my hand away. I don't like rules. I noticed. For the first time I saw something almost like a smile. It disappeared before I could be sure. Part 3. Cornwall. Damien's estate sat on the Cornish coast, surrounded by cliffs, private woodland, and miles of grey sea. It looked less like a home and more like a place designed to keep secrets. The stone manor stood above the water. Tall windows, dark walls, iron gates, no neighboring houses in sight. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside was how quiet it was. The second was how much Damien seemed to belong there. He handed his coat to a housekeeper named Margaret. Your room is upstairs. Followed him. You have staff. A few. Security. Enough. Do they follow me? No. Stop. Really? Damien turned. You wanted freedom. I didn't expect you to actually give it to me. I said you weren't my prisoner. He opened the door to my room. It overlooked the sea. The room was enormous. Fireplace, a writing desk, a four-poster bed, fresh flowers beside the window. I stared at him. You prepared this? Yes. When? Yesterday. How did you know I'd come? I didn't. I looked at him. Then why prepare it? His expression became unreadable. I prefer to be prepared. He turned to leave. Damien. He stopped. Why me? He didn't answer immediately. Then he said, because you know something you don't remember knowing. Felt a chill. What does that mean? You'll understand. Then he walked away. That night I couldn't sleep. The wind rattled the windows. The ocean crashed against the cliffs below. Around 1 in the morning I went downstairs. I found Damien in the library. He sat beside the fireplace with a glass of whiskey untouched on the table. He looked different without his suit. His sleeves were rolled to his forearms. His hair was slightly messy. For the first time he looked his age. You don't sleep? Yes. Not much. Why? Bad habits. I poured myself some water. He watched me. You should be sleeping. So should you. I'm working. At 1 in the morning. Some problems don't respect office hours. Smiled. Do you always talk like that? Like what? Like you're giving an interview. He raised an eyebrow. Do you always ask so many questions? Only when people refuse to answer them. A small smile touched his mouth. I sat opposite him. For several minutes we said nothing. It was strange. I didn't feel uncomfortable. Then he asked, why did you stay at the firm? Because my father built the department. He died 4 years ago. I'm sorry. I looked up. I hadn't expected that. Thank you. What happened? Heart attack. He nodded. And your mother? She died when I was 19. Something flickered across his face. You're alone. I stiffened. I'm not helpless. I didn't say you were. You sounded like you were. He looked at me for a moment. I understand the difference. I looked away. What about you? What about me? Your family. His expression changed. My younger brother died 6 years ago. I didn't ask how. He didn't offer. Instead, he picked up his glass. My father taught me that people always betray you eventually. I looked at him. Do you believe that? I used to. And now? He met my eyes. I'm not sure. For some reason that answer stayed with me. Part 4. The rule. The next 2 weeks were strange. Damien gave me access to the investigation files. He hired a solicitor to review the charges against me. He arranged for my bank accounts to be protected, but he never demanded that I thank him. He didn't even ask me to stay in his presence. I had expected arrogance. Instead, I found discipline. Damien woke before sunrise, worked until late, ran the estate like a private military operation. He also remembered tiny things about me. I liked the books I read, the fact that I hated thunder. That last one became important during the first storm. But before that, we had our first real argument. I found a document inside one of the investigation folders. My name was on it. So was Damien's. I heard him enter the room. What did you find? I closed the folder. Nothing. He stopped. You just lied to me. I did not. You said you found nothing. I found something. Then show me. I handed him the folder. He read it. His expression hardened. What is this? That's what I'm asking you. He looked at me. It's evidence. Of what? Someone used your name to move money through one of my family's accounts. I stared at him. Your family? Yes. Why didn't you tell me? Because I wasn't certain. You knew. I suspected. You suspected enough to investigate me. His jaw tightened. I needed to know whether you were involved. Anger burned through me. So this entire time you thought I might have done it. I thought anything was possible. I laughed bitterly. Do you know what it's like to have everyone believe you're a criminal? I can imagine. No, you can't. He stepped closer. I've lost people because of betrayal. So have I. That's why I don't trust easily. Then don't ask me to trust you. Silence. The words landed harder than I intended. His expression changed. For the first time, Damien looked hurt. Not angry. He placed the folder on the desk. You're right. And blinked. What? I was wrong. He looked away. I've spent years believing that controlling every detail would prevent betrayal. He looked back at me. It doesn't. My anger softened. I need you to trust me. I know. Not completely. Not yet. It was the most honest answer he could have given me. He nodded. Then we're even. Part 5. The storm. Something changed after that. We began talking. Not about the investigation. About ourselves. Damien told me he had studied economics at Cambridge, but never finished his degree because of his brother's death. I told him I wanted to open my own financial consulting firm someday. He laughed when I told him. What? Nothing. You don't believe I can do it. I believe you'll do it. Then why did you laugh? Because you said someday. So, you're the kind of person who will turn someday into next Tuesday. Smiled. Maybe. Definitely. Those conversations made me forget why I was there. Then the storm came. It arrived after midnight. Rain hammered the windows. Thunder shook the walls. I froze halfway down the stairs. Damien found me sitting on the bottom step. You okay? I'm fine. He looked at me. Don't lie. I sighed. I hate storms. Why? My father died during one. He sat beside me. I told him about the last call. How my father had promised he would be home in 10 minutes. How I had waited by the window. How the police had arrived hours later. Damien listened. He didn't interrupt. He didn't tell me everything would be fine. He simply stayed. After a while, his hand rested beside mine. He didn't touch me. I reached for him. His fingers closed around mine. Warm. Teddy. You don't have to be strong every second, he whispered. I don't know how to be anything else. Then learn. I looked at him. His face was inches from mine. Neither of us moved. Damien. Tell me to stop. I didn't. He kissed me. Slowly. Carefully. Kissed him back. The storm continued outside. But I barely heard it. When we pulled apart, his forehead rested against mine. This changes things. Smiled. I think we've established that kissing tends to do that. He laughed. It was quiet. Real. And I realized I had never heard him laugh like that before. Part 6. What he was hiding. After that night, Damien stopped pretending I meant nothing to him. He didn't say he loved me. Neither did I. But he started touching my hand when he passed me in the hallway. He started sitting beside me at dinner instead of across the table. Sometimes we walked along the cliffs together. Sometimes we argued. Sometimes we stood in silence and watched the sea. Felt dangerously close to happiness. Then Damien received a phone call. I knew something was wrong before he spoke. Where? He listened. Don't touch anything. He ended the call. What happened? The man who framed you has been found. My heart raced. Who? Victor Hale. My former firm's chief financial officer. He confessed. Not yet. Then why are you sure? Because we found the account. What account? Damien looked at me. The one that was used to move the money. Where? My family company. Felt sick. You knew. I suspected. You said that before. He didn't answer. I stepped closer. Damien. There is more. My stomach tightened. Tell me. He opened a drawer. Inside was a photograph. It showed my former boss standing beside Damien's father. The date was 4 years old. I turned the photograph over. There was a handwritten message. She knows about the second account. My hands began to shake. What does this mean? You discovered something 4 years ago. I don't remember. You were at a company dinner with your father. I stared at him. I wasn't. You were. I would remember. You were drinking that night. I shook my head. No. Damien took a step toward me. Elena, someone erased the security footage and altered the company records. Why? Because you saw something. What? Your father gave information to my brother. I stared at him. The room seemed to tilt. My father knew your brother. Yes. Then why didn't you tell me? He looked at me. Because I was afraid you'd think I only brought you here because of your father. Did you? No. Then why? His voice dropped. Because I couldn't stop thinking about you. I looked away. That isn't enough. I know. You asked me never to lie. I didn't lie. You hid the truth. He closed his eyes. I know. I picked up my coat. Where are you going? Home. Elena. I need to think. He didn't stop me. That hurt more than if he had. Part 7. The warehouse. I returned to London. For 3 days, Damien didn't call. I told myself I didn't care. I was lying. Then Margaret called. Her voice trembled. Elena, you need to come back. Why? Damien went to meet Victor. My heart dropped. Where? He wouldn't tell me. I searched through my messages. There was one from Damien. No words. Just an address. I recognized it. An abandoned warehouse near the Thames. I drove there. The building was almost completely dark. Found Damien inside. His shirt was stained with blood. I ran toward him. Are you hurt? Not badly. Whose blood is that? Victor's. Where is he? He's gone. What happened? He tried to kill me. I stared at him. Why? Because he knows what I found. What? Damien handed me a file. Opened it. Inside were bank records, photographs, signed contracts, messages. My former boss had been stealing money for years. My name had been used to cover the missing funds. But there was something else. Damien's father had been involved. And so had Damien's brother. I looked at him. Your brother? He discovered what my father was doing. What happened to him? Damien's face hardened. He tried to expose him. And your father killed him. I don't know. I stared at him. You don't know. I know my father ordered someone to stop him. His voice broke. I don't know who carried out the order. For the first time, I saw the full weight Damien had been carrying. He wasn't just fighting for me. He had been fighting his own family for 6 years. Why didn't you tell me? He looked at me. Because I was afraid you'd leave. I stepped closer. You should have trusted me. I know. Not protected me. I know. Trusted me. He nodded. I don't know how. I reached for his hand. Then learn. He looked at our hands. Then at me. I'll try. Part 8. The attack. We returned to Cornwall the following morning. We thought we finally had enough evidence. We were wrong. Someone attacked the estate that night. The lights went out. Then the windows shattered. Damien grabbed my hand. Down. Gunfire echoed through the house. I crouched behind the stone wall. Damien moved toward the security room. Stay here. No. Elena. I'm not hiding. He looked at me. There was fear in his eyes. Not for himself. For me. I can help. He hesitated. Then nodded. Stay behind me. We moved through the house together. The security system had been disabled. Someone had inside access. We reached the control room. I remembered something. The basement. Damien looked at me. What? There is an old electrical panel there. How do you know? Margaret showed me. We ran downstairs. I restored the emergency system. The gates locked. The exterior lights came back on. The attackers fled. Silence returned. Damien turned toward me. I had never seen him look so shaken. He pulled me into his arms. For several seconds he said nothing. I thought I'd lost you. I held him tighter. You didn't. He pulled back. Don't make promises you can't keep. Then don't give me reasons to leave. He stared at me, then kissed me. There was no hesitation, no restraint, no pretending. When we separated, he pressed his forehead against mine. I love you. My heart stopped. He closed his eyes. I wasn't planning to say it like that. Smiled. Good. Good. I like knowing you don't have everything under control. He laughed softly. Then I kissed him again. Part 9. The truth. The final piece came from a solicitor who had worked with my father. She had kept copies of the original records for years. Those records proved everything. My former boss had stolen the money. Victor had helped him. My identity had been used to hide the transactions. Damien's father had financed part of the operation. And Damien's brother had tried to expose it. That was why he died. The investigation became public. My name was cleared. My former boss was arrested. Victor disappeared before police could reach him. Damien's father faced charges. For the first time in months, nobody called me a thief. But there was one thing I still needed to know. I found Damien standing on the cliffs. You knew my father was innocent. He nodded. I did. You knew my former boss had framed me. Yes. And you still kept me here. Yes. I looked at him. Why? He was silent. Then he said, because I wanted you close. My chest tightened. That's not the answer I wanted. It's the truth. He stepped closer. I told myself I was protecting you. You were. But that wasn't the only reason. I looked at the sea. I was afraid. Of what? That if I let you leave, I'd never see you again. I turned toward him. You could have asked me to stay. I didn't know if you would. You never gave me the chance. I know. He reached for my hand. I let him take it. You were supposed to leave when this ended. I know. And now, smiled. Now I'm deciding. His eyes searched mine. I want you. He breathed out slowly. But I don't want to belong to you. You won't. I want my own life. Keep it. I want my career. Build it. I want the freedom to walk away. His expression tightened. Then he nodded. Even if it means walking away from me. Yes. He swallowed. Then I'll love you without owning you. I stepped closer. That's all I ever wanted. Part 10. The Promise. 6 months later, I opened my own financial consulting firm in London. My name was printed on the glass door. I had built it from nothing. Damien never offered to fund it. He knew better. He never asked me to work for him. He never asked me to stop seeing my friends. He never checked my phone. He didn't need to. We trusted each other now. Some evenings I stayed in London. Some weekends I drove down to Cornwall. One Friday night, I arrived at the estate after a long week. Damien was waiting on the terrace. The sea stretched behind him. He held 2 glasses of wine. You came back. Smiled. I live here half the time. That's not the same thing. I walked toward him. Are you worried? Always. About me. Mostly. I took his hand. I came back because I wanted to. His expression softened. Good. We stood together listening to the waves. I thought about the woman I had been 6 months earlier. Afraid. Alone. Convinced that her life had ended because someone else had written a story about her. Then I looked at Damien. The man who had entered my life with secrets of his own. The man who had tried to protect me by controlling everything. The man who had eventually learned that love couldn't be built on fear. He turned toward me. One promise. Smiled. You and your promises. Never lie to me. I won't. He squeezed my hand. And I'll never decide your life for you again. I looked into his eyes. That one matters more. I know. I leaned against him. For a long time neither of us spoke. The ocean moved beneath the cliffs. The wind brushed against my face. And for the first time the future didn't frighten me. I had spent months believing my secret would destroy me. Didn't. The truth had set me free. And somehow, in the middle of all that darkness, I had found the one person who knew everything about me and stayed. Not because he owned me. Not because he needed to save me. 'Cause I chose him. And he chose me. Every day. Again and again. That was the promise that mattered.